Welcome back to Busy Bees U. I just took a quick pause there while I was letting my glue dry just a teeny bit on this stencil applying ready to paint step of board art. Once this dries no more than 5 minutes, you're going to take your colored paint and your same paintbrush. It can still have the glue on it, or you could have cleaned it in between. It really doesn't matter at this point, but you want to dip it in whatever color that you're going to use, and you want to more dab it this time instead of brushing. What the glue actually did in the step before, it helps form a barrier so your paint doesn't bleed underneath. So by doing your paint as a dab motion, it also helps to not push it underneath. If you were brushing, it could possibly push that color underneath and you would have bleeding. So we're trying to prevent bleeding. So I just dip it in and out of my paint, and I put a thinner coat on because I am going to let this dry for about 5 minutes, and then I'm going to add a second coat. So I put a little bit right onto the board, and it's kind of thick there, so I use that to dab, to get my extra paint, to dab until I kind of run out of paint. And then I go back to my paint well. All right, once it's done, you're gonna let this dry about 5 minutes or so. You can put it in front of an oscillating fan, a cold fan. If you do that though, you really need to make sure that you don't let it dry too much. If you let it dry too much, when the stencil comes off, it actually peels some of the board and the stain, and it's a big mess. So you almost wanna add your second coat of paint when this first coat has lost its shine, but is not completely dry. So we're gonna pause for a minute while the drying is going on.